Time for this morning's Show Me the Money. Tax day is just 2 days away, and if you still haven't finished, you have time. But there's some important information you need to know to make sure you do it right. In the rush to get your taxes done before Wednesday's deadline, pay close attention to deductions and credits. That's money you could be missing out on.
Particularly important this year is a lot of folks just default to claiming the standard deduction without running the numbers to be like, hey, maybe I'd be better off if I itemized. This year, folks can deduct up to $40,000 in state and local taxes. Last several years, it's only been $10,000. Need to take that double check this year and figure out which one's better for you to not leave money on the table.
Andy Phillips with H&R Block also says don't forget the Child Independent Care Credit for working parents.
A lot of folks who have an employer that offers a dependent care FSA don't realize they can probably still claim the credit. You can't double count the expenses, but any expenses that aren't covered by that FSA distribution are eligible for the credit. Childcare is expensive. You probably can claim both. At least a lot of folks can.
There's also the Earned Income Credit for working Americans. Andy says that can be large, especially for people with children, even though every year 1 in 5 people eligible for it don't claim it. And there are new tax provisions this year.
If you're a worker and you get paid tips or you get paid overtime, you may be able to deduct some or all of that from your federal income tax. I mean, you're not going to pay tax on it. That can have a huge impact on your bottom line and the amount you owe.
Also new, car loan interest deduction. And for senior citizens,
if you're 65 or older, a new deduction of $6,000 called the senior deduction. If you're filing a joint return and both spouses are 65 or older, you can claim up to $12,000. Now, each of these has special qualifications and rules. So it's, you want to make sure that you are eligible.
What's the best way to file your taxes, electronically, or should you do it in person?
The best way to file your taxes comes down to, confidence and convenience for you. What I'll say is if you're unsure, you've got a lot of life changes, not sure how these new law provisions impact you and your family, may be a great year to seek help.
But if you do decide to use the mail, there's a big change that could really set you back.
And what that means is that they don't same day necessarily stamp envelopes with that postage date. It may be a few days before they get stamped. And so if you're mailing a tax return or a payment right up on the due date, really important that you go into the postal office and get them to put that stamp on. It's called a round stamp. Put that stamp on your mail and get proof of it. So should the IRS send a note, you can say, nope, didn't get to you, but the mailbox rule says as long as I put it in the mail on time, I'm good.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.